Hi there, I thought I'd bring you outside today to do this book review. Such a lovely day. We're at a park that I tend to take Skippy to. In fact, I was just here earlier this morning walking her, but I didn't want to try and film a review with her wandering around because I couldn't keep an eye on her. But just a really beautiful day. I hope you don't mind the sunglasses because if I take them off, I'll just be squinting anyway, so it won't make much of a difference. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. This is a review of The Butterfly Sister by Amy Gale Hansen. This is my review copy. The book came out in August of 2013, published by William Morrow, which is a division of HarperCollins, and it's only 297 pages, adult fiction. It's the story of 22-year-old Ruby Rousseau. She is attending Tabor's Women's College, where she's working on her thesis, kind of focused on books written by or about women who have committed suicide, like Sylvia Plath and The Bell Jar, Virginia Woolf, A Room of One's Own, major focuses for her thesis. She became quite obsessed with the topic and the subject matter, to the point of even almost seeing ghostly images of these women, and almost drives her slightly mad. She also suffers a rather painful love affair that ends rather abruptly, and in her despair she attempts suicide. Now luckily she survived. The book begins 10 months later where she's in the care of a psychiatrist who very wisely recommends she removes these books from her shelf, and she does so, but she's still sort of trapped in the past, not really moving on with her life, not knowing what to do next. She doesn't really want to go back to the school and face those, situations or that person that she broke up with again. One day, a suitcase arrives at her home belonging to a fellow classmate. And the reason it arrives at Ruby's house is because it has her address on it. She had borrowed the suitcase from this fellow classmate by the name of Beth. And I guess Beth had forgotten to remove the address until it came back to Ruby's possession. She doesn't want anything to do with it, of course, because she doesn't want any ties back to the past. But her mother kind of encourages her to try and get this property back to Beth. And so she goes through the suitcase trying to find some kind of contact information. And while looking through the suitcase, she finds a book, Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own. So a very weird coincidence that this girl happens to have the very same book that kind of almost drove her mad. She manages to find a phone number, calls the house, only to discover from Beth's mother that Beth has in fact been missing for several days and it's under a police investigation. So now she's sort of drawn into this missing person investigation and also pulled back into her past. She ends up attending a reunion at Tabor's College to kind of find out a little bit more of what's going on and kind of connecting with an old friend. She's a bit reluctant to do so, but like I said, she's sort of pulled into her past, and it is just a really intriguing mystery as to what's going on, what happened to this girl, and how closely Beth's situation is sort of tied in with Ruby's situation. This was a really intriguing mystery. The writing just flowed so well. I just felt myself turning page after page. I didn't want to stop reading. It reminded me a lot of Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl in terms of the way the plot, you think it's going one way and all of a sudden there's this twist and I'm like, oh, I didn't see that coming, and then, oh, okay, now I see, and boom, twists again, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're gotta be kidding me, and it was just a surprise after surprise right to the very end, and a satisfying conclusion. So I would definitely recommend you guys pick this one up if you're into that kind of writing style, that mystery thriller, suspenseful kind of plot line. You'll definitely find yourself captivated with it. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads and recommend you pick it up. So hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit really quick of the park out here. And like I said, it is quite huge. And there's several like baseball fields and soccer fields and softball fields. We're in the little playground right now. There's a little volleyball area. I was filming on top of this. And it goes way off in the distance. Some tennis courts down there. Just a lovely, lovely big place to go for a walk. And now if you see that little yellow car way in the background there, that's mine. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this sort of outdoor review / vlog, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.